kit with foil. The foil is magical. So this is one of the first pieces I did with painting on fusible web. I got so excited I could hardly stand it. What you're seeing here is on the underneath layer, I painted on a piece of fusible web with acrylic paints and just laid washes of color down. And then what was really fun is what happens when you lay sheer fabrics on top of it. So this is silk that looks like window screen material, and silk organza that I had was just a little scrap that I had silk screened on. And then I just stick little bits and pieces of other fabrics underneath it. This is one of the first pieces I did when I was painting on fusible web. And so it's a little abstract landscape. So the image that you see behind is really paint on the fusible web, which is pressed onto a base fabric, and then little bits of metallic organza laid on top, and then white silk organza and this wonderful net mesh stuff pressed on top of it, and then made into a little wall hanging. So for me, this was a big step to take it off the body and put it onto the wall. This is a bag that I've been developing over the last few months. This is more painting on fusible web. On this bag, I don't know if you can see the image that's underneath, but first I silk screened onto the fusible web. That's kind of the reddish color. And then I paint a wash of other colors behind it, and then fuse it onto a base fabric. And then I put a little bit of foil onto it. The fusible web is tacky, it takes the foil. And then lay other bits and pieces of fabric on top of it. It's then padded lightly and then stitched. The ombre thread really makes it pop out. Sulky ombre thread. It's my total favorite. I collect it. And sometimes this one looks pretty quilty. Here, the fusible web was just torn. I like that. Kind of like an earthquake fault. This one, black fabric underneath. Still black fabric underneath, but slightly different color paint on the fusible web. Silver foil. And these are little bits of ribbon. This labyrinth ribbon is wonderful.